Okay, where do we begin?
We begin dun sa una niyang sinabi. Okay. Eto.
Article?
Ha?
Isa-isayin natin yung ano.
Isa-isayin natin. Ayan.
Ang West Philippine Sea. Yes, atin ang West Philippine Sea. Here are the legal reasons why. First, atin ito based on Article 56, Section 1B of the UNCLOS, or the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Ayon sa UNCLOS, ang isang karagatan ay bahagi ng exclusive economic zone ng pinakamalapit na bansa. Kung pasok ito within 200 nautical miles or 370 kilometers galing sa coastline ng bansa. Ang West Philippine Sea ay pasok sa 200 nautical miles ng Pilipinas and therefore, ito ay ating exclusive economic zone.
Ayan. Sige. Sige, tuloy ko yung part na to.
Sovereign rights over West Philippine Sea. Yung buong karagatan dito, mga reefs and shoals like Scarborough, Ayungin Shoal, at iba pa. Which means we have every right to make use of the natural resources there. Eksklusibo ang karapatan natin sa mga likas na yaman dito, tulad ng langis, gas, mga isda, at iba pa. Walang ibang bansang pwedeng umagaw. Second, atin ito.
Okay, dun muna. Walang ibang bansang pwedeng umagaw. So, she was talking about the Philippines having legal right over the West Philippine Sea dahil exclusive economic zone raw natin yung West Philippine Sea. Ngayon, pag exclusive economic zone raw, meron tayong sovereign rights. At ang anak ng mga sovereign rights na yon ay yung i-exploit ang mga natural resources doon to the exclusion of others.
Okay, himay-himayin natin, no. Ito naman si attorney. Ate, alam kong 5 units lang ang international law sa law school sa Pilipinas. Intro pa.
True.
Punta ngayon sa Article 56 niya. Yun ang kanyang unang reference. Article 56.
So, she's trying to establish na atin ang West Philippine Sea by starting with Article 56, Article 56 of the UNCLOS. And Article 56 of UNCLOS talks about exclusive economic zone, rights and jurisdiction and duties of the coastal state in the exclusive economic zone. But let us not forget, let's take a look at Article 55. Specific legal regime of the exclusive economic zone. Ang sabi dito, the exclusive economic zone is an area beyond and adjacent to the territorial sea, subject to the specific legal regime established in this part, under which the rights and jurisdiction of the coastal state and the rights and freedoms of other states are governed by the relevant provision of this convention.
Yes, so ano bang sinabi niya, Article 56?
Article 56 yung pinagrelayan niya.
So tama naman siya doon sa sinasabi niya kung anong nakapasok sa exclusive economic zone. Ang ano kasi nito, no, puntahan mo yung dulo ng part na yan. Article 15 na, hindi, sa pinakababa. Hindi niya to nabasa siguro. Sige pa, girl. Sige pa.
75?
Ayan, basahin mo yung 74.
74. The limitation of the exclusive economic zone between states with opposite or adjacent coasts. The delimitation of the exclusive economic zone between states with opposite or adjacent coasts shall be effected by agreement on the basis of international law, as referred to in Article 38 of the Statute of International Court of Justice.
Okay, Article 75.
Achieve an equitable solution.
Okay, Article 75 tayo. Ito pala yung tinutukoy ko. Article 75.
Subject to this part, the outer limit lines of the exclusive economic zone and lines of delimitation drawn in accordance with Article 74 shall be shown on charts of a scale or scales adequate of ascertaining their position. Where appropriate, list of geographical coordinate of points specifying the geodetic datum may be substituted for such outer limit lines or lines of delimitation. The coastal state shall give due publicity to such charts or list of geographical coordinates and shall deposit a copy of each such chart or list with the Secretary General of the United Nations.
Meron ba yan?
Tinanong ko si attorney, actually nag-leave ako kay attorney to provide to us the exact coordinates of West Philippine Sea. So that I can start fighting for the West Philippine Sea, attorney.
And where can you get that? You can get that.
And where can you get that?
The only authorized agency of government to do that is the NAMRIA. Tinatanong ko yung mga kapamilya ko na mga marino, mga kapitan ng barko. Tinatanong ko sila if you have a copy of your navigational charts, official, na nag-delineate at nagpapangalan ng West Philippine Sea. Kasi may mga beses na nandyan sila pumapastro. Sabi nila wala.
So, kailangan mo ng maritime zone notification. Meron na ba tayong maritime zone notification sa United Nations?
Wala.
Meron tayo yung inano natin yung Benham Rice. Yan, yan. So, ito yung puntahan mo to, Joey, no? Bigay ko sa iyo yung listahan ng maritime zone notification ng United Nations para titingnan natin kung nandyan ba yung West Philippine Sea na tinatawag ni attorney. Okay? Kasi required yan ng UNCLOS. Sabi niyo, rule of law. Required ng UNCLOS na, eto Joey, nasa ano mo na? Required ng UNCLOS na mag-deposit ka ng chart para masabi mo kung ano yung West Philippine Sea na yan. Okay. So, Joey,
ang mga hangganan, yung geographical boundary
ng tinatawag mong maritime zone na West Philippine Sea.
West Philippine Sea. And it's the requirement as well when you file for the name to be recognized internationally.
Darating pa tayo dyan, EB, kasi merong ibang international body para i-register mo yung pangalan. So, i-click mo yung Philippines. So, ito, ipakita mo yung heading, girl. So, ito po ang deposit ng maritime zones. Dito po niyo siya makikita sa Oceans and Law of the Sea ng United Nations, Division for Ocean Affairs and the Law of the Sea. At dito po kinokolekta ang mga charts. Kita mo, deposit of charts, di ba? Deposit of charts. So, ngayon, puntahan mo ngayon ang
Philippines.
Okay.
Ayan. June 19 siya in-update, 2024.
So, ayan yung, okay, submission in conflict of obligations, no? So, ngayon, meron tayo dyang, asa na ang ating EEZ deposit?
Piracy, Indonesia.
Ayan.
Hindi, ano yan, mga reply na yan. Kasi nga, mag-aano ka yan eh. Asan yung ano natin dyan? Submission ng pa-EEZ. So, meron kang list of geographic coordinates points. Pero these are, pag kinlik mo yan, ito yung coordinates ng baseline.
Baseline.
Yung first is yung baseline in relation to the national baselines law.
Baseline lang yan. Okay?
Yan.
Okay. So definitely hindi yung MZN 69 kasi iba pang yung baseline eh. Ayan na nga. So nasan nga yung diyan? Nasan diyan yung West Philippine Sea? Kahit nga yung administrative order ni Pinoy Wala dyan, nandiyan ba? Nandiyan ba sa submission?
Wala. sorry.
So, wala ka ditong ipinasok, di ba? So, pag kinlik mo yung 2012, MCN, nawala na yung ano natin.
Yung, which one? Yung
pinaproject mo.
Yung charts.
Oo. Ang meron tayo na nandyan ay Benham Rice.
Etong 2012.
2012 and 2018, ito yung gumawa na tayo ng amended chart. So, pag kinlik mo yung chart ng Benham Rice, chart.
Yes.
So, kung nakita nyo, eto may chart yung Benham Rice. So, alam mo kung nasaan yung Benham Rice. Ayan o. Di ba? Benham Rice. So, nakadeposit yan. Kasi nga required, no? So, ngayon, nasaan yung West Philippine Sea? Na chart. Kahit punta, ayan, di ba? Ayan pa, nakita mo yung coordinates sa kanan? Nakita mo yung coordinates sa kanan?
Ayan yung coordinates sa kanan.
Kano karami yan?
Okay, ano lang yan, maigsi lang yan, kasi ang Benham Rice. Ngayon, ang unang tanong nyo dito kay Attorney Chorbaleng. Ano ba pangalan niya? Attorney
Bernice. Attorney Bernice.
Attorney Bernice, bakit required sa UNCLOS na mag-submit ka ng chart? Bakit wala dito bakit walang chart dito ang West Philippine Sea na tinatawag mong atin ito? Bakit ang meron lang ay Benham Rice? That is the first question, no? Hindi natin kailangang bardagulin dito si attorney, no? We just need to ask the right questions. At kung tunay siyang abogado at alam niya ang international law, katulad ng kanyang pagbida-bida, dapat alam niya ang sagot kung bakit wala tayong chart dyan ng West Philippine Sea.